Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you all are very fine and you have spent your weekend very well. I am your SST's teacher here, and as looking at the screen you have got the idea that we are going to start the reading of another new chapter, which is Babur, the first Mughal emperor. We will read 57, 58 and 59 pages today, and your homework is from unit number 2. I will further guide you about the homework at the end of the video. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. Mm, Okay, so by the title, you have got the idea that Babur was the first Mughal emperor. But beside this, who was he? Let's read it out. Babur was born in 1483, and his father was Umar Sheikh Mirza, the ruler of Fargana in Central Asia. So this place nowadays, like today's Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, are the areas where this area Fargana was at the times of Babur and his father. So Babur used to keep a diary with him, and he used to write in it. What did he wrote? He had wrote that in the month of Ramzan 1494, when he was 12th year of his age, he became the emperor. He became the ruler of Fargana because his father died. How did he died? He went he was going up at the cliffs to see the doves he kept there, and he fell and died. So in a Mughal rule, when an emperor or a ruler dies, his eldest son becomes the next king, ruler or emperor. So that is why Babur was the eldest son, so he became the ruler. Now this is the portrait of Babur, because at that time there were no cameramen or cameras or photographers who could take the pictures. So those people used to hire or keep painters to paint them. So this is his portrait. Now let's move on. When his father died, Babur set off with his men to stop Sultan Ahmad Mirza taking Fargana. Many others wanted to rule Fargana too. So this is always being the utmost desire of the emperors to increase their empire. When Babur became the emperor, he was 12 years of his age, and the other rulers of the other areas thought that he's too young to protect the area which he is ruling, which is under his rule. So they thought that this is the best time to conquer Fargana. But what has Babur wrote about it, that he said that Sultan Ahmed Mirza was coming to conquer Fargana with his army, but Allah helped him, and some of the men and animals on which the army or soldiers of Sultan Ahmed Mirza were riding, those fell off the bridge, and some of them scared by seeing this, and they went back. That this is how Fargana was not being conquered by Sultan Ahmed Mirza, and it was protected. Babur the warrior means fighter. Okay, so Babur wanted to rule Samarkand as well because it was his ancestor. Ancestor means forefather, grandfather, and his father, and so on. So it was the capital of his ancestor, the Emperor Timur. So Babur wanted to capture Samarkand when he was 14 years old, right after 2 years of him becoming a ruler. Then he went back to Fargana, but some of his men did not wanted to went back to Fargana, so they keep on living in Samarkand, and some of the men went back with Babur, but this made the army of Babur weak. So then afterwards they lost both Fargana and Samarkand in battles because there was no unity among the soldiers, and the army was weak. So at that time they were having no place to live, and so they were roaming here and there to find a place, and Babur was in a thought to made a new empire. What did he wrote in his diary about it is, in the end we went to the summer meadows. We spent some days not knowing where to go or where to stay. Our heads were in a whirl, like they were in a situation that didn't know how it happened and what to do next. Now in 1501 he captured Samarkand again, but he lost it once more at the Battle of Saripul. But he never got Samarkand back, but later he was able to conquer Kabul, which is today part of Afghanistan. So Afghanistan is one of our neighboring countries, and Kabul is its capital. Now this is the map of Babur. First will look at the key. That red areas in the map are Babur's empire, and the flags, these flags show the sites of battles which were won by Babur, and these swords which are making a cross sign show the areas where Babur lost the battle. So okay, This is the area, this is the reddish area which was of Babur's empire. Okay, now these are the areas where Babur won the battle, and these are two areas where Babur did not won the battle. Okay, now it's a fact. Stories say that for exercise, Babur carried a man on each shoulder and ran up hills. They say that he swam rivers, even the Ganges. Ganges is the river which is in India. It is known as Darya Ganga in Urdu, and it is very large. It is very large. So, as there was a title, Babur the warrior, fighters are very strong, and so for being strong, they do different exercises. Nowadays, there are different equipments for exercises, but at that old ages, there were no such equipments. So, here it is said that Babur used to carry two men on each of his one man on each of his shoulder, and then he ran up hills. So this would not only strengthen his muscles, but he would be able to, it would help him in fighting too and carry heavy loads too. So this is the way he used to exercise. So this is it for today's lecture. Now moving on to the homework. Okay, so the first page is book page 11, which is having four questions. First question is, which ocean is the largest? Pacific Ocean. Which ocean is nearest to Pakistan? Indian Ocean. What is the name of the ocean near Antarctica? Southern Ocean. What is the name of the sea of the coast of Pakistan? Arabian Sea. And then page 15, make a list of all the things you use water for: drinking, cooking, washing, you know very well, cleaning. Layer means the time we spend when we are free. Transport by sea or river boat, industrial purposes. And page 15 is having question number 2 and 3 too, but that questions are to be done by yourself. Now page 16 is having a chart. Complete this chart in which we have to write good things and bad things about dams. So first is, give us drinking water, water for irrigation, lakes for boating and fishing, control flooding, and bad things are can cause soil erosion, stop fish laying eggs. We have read all this in the unit. Danger of flooding if dam bursts, villages might have to be moved to build dams. Now page 19, what is weather? What is the day-to-day changes in temperature, rainfall, cloud and wind in our place? What types of clouds bring rain? Cumulonimbus and nimbus stratus clouds bring rain. What causes a river to flood? Heavy rain for a long time causes a river to flood. What kind of damage can floods do? These three things. So floods can destroy crops, vehicles, buildings and bridges, kill animals and people, pollute drinking water, which makes people ill. Now these pages 11 to 19 are to be done on your notebooks or rough registers. Book page 22 is to be done on your book, in which first A part you have to write the names of the oceans, and then B part is of matching. So this is it for this week. We will meet in coming week inshallah. Till then, take care and Allah Hafiz.